we still do. We still do. We still do.
We still do after all this time at the altar. I alter my mind and vow to God I love you till he make his return. The rain should be the least of your concern. Under God's umbrella, I promise to provide and preserve his word and to serve your mind and spirit. Let me drive the boat. I promise I'ma steer it. The devil cannot get near it. You'll know this soon as you hear it. You need me, I need you. Even after the altar, we still do.
When I need you, and I tell you I need you, and I tell you that I need more time, I tell you that I'm sick and I want you to be the one to, stay home with me, like whatever that looks like contextually, like when they tell you that, they need to know that you're there for them. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then the pattern that you're starting to create is, yeah, I'm married to them, but I can't depend on them. Mm. I can depend on them to provide, but I can't depend on them to be there when I need them the most. I can't depend on them to meet my emotional needs. And oftentimes we don't know that it's those subtle patterns that turn into big patterns that turn into emotional needs getting met somewhere outside of the marriage. Yeah. And now when we see emotional infidelity, when we see like our spouses telling their friends something that we wish they would tell us, mm-hmm. we don't understand that it was the moments where we miss the mark of being there for them that could have prevented them going to someone else to share.
That's good. That's really, really good. I think of, you said so much, but those little things in the moment, I think what you're really saying is like, this is more important. That's how I would interpret that. Yeah. Like, this is more important than you in this moment. And obviously, like you just read, that obviously shouldn't be the case when prioritizing. And when I think of prioritizing, in terms of you prioritizing me, I think of sacrifice, right? Like, sometimes you may have to give up some things that are good that you want to do, mm-hmm. for the sake of being present and being here with us. Now, for you, because I know you love to do all the things, and you're a very ambitious, driven man. Yeah. How does that affect you? Like, to have to sacrifice. Is it this joy that you get because you love us so much, or is it this hard thing that you have to say no to the good things in order to prioritize what's best?
Sometimes it's difficult, especially with how God wired me. It's very difficult at times because, like, I want to hit the ground running and I just want to go. Mm-hmm. And prioritizing means that I have to slow down. And I remember graduating and wanting to jump into my doctorate degree, and you had this dream and it caused this anxiety to come up, and it's just like, wait, no, this is going to be too much for our family. And me not wanting to take a break from school and go ahead and getting my doctorate degree out of the way, it was like, if I do that, my family's going to suffer. Mm. If I don't do it now, there's a part of me that feels like I'm suffering.
Wow, it feels like suffering.
It does. And I think that makes it difficult because there is a part of the person that is suffering when you have to sacrifice yourself, like sacrifice the things that you want to do, you know what I'm saying, for the health of your marriage. Yeah. And it's hard sometimes to do that. Like, I remember I have I think from now until like the end of the year, I had in my head, I had like
in my mind,
I had like 10 more workshops I wanted to do. Wow. But then I remember you said something like how exhausted and how tired and how this and how that you are, and I'm like, okay, well, my goal is I at least want to do 3. Mm-hmm. And I put 3 down on my goals list because I know the calling that I have on my life, but I also know the marriage that I have as well. And because my relationship with you is so much more important, that is a part of dying to myself. Like, that is a part of like bearing my cross. Like, yeah, it sucks that I can't really go as fast as I want. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And so
That's so
I
good.
think a part of suffering is really learning your pace. Like when you learn that, okay, like in this season, this is a pace I have to go at, not just for my well-being, but for the health of my marriage and the health of my spouse and the health of my family, then I have to find a way to be content in this. You know, in Philippians where Paul talks about he had to learn to be content, it was in good and bad situations. And it wasn't until he was in those situations where the learning happened and he was able to think, he was able to reflect, and it was like, okay, that's what it means when he says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Like, I can learn how to build a tolerance for those moments where I have to learn how to be content. And so it is hard work to prioritize your spouse. Like don't get me wrong, like if I could, don't play around and give me the green light. Because I just might sign up for that master's program for August. Even I know August is in a couple.
Today, it's August.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is hard when you have to prioritize your spouse as a husband.
And you do have a calling on your life. You're anointed. You're going to do so many great things. Already is, and will to come. But when I think of your greatest calling is going to be here. And I think a lot of times we forget that because, yeah, you're called to them. But if you want to change the world, it starts in your own home. And even in Timothy, he talks about that. And he's like, he was talking specifically to people that are in the church. And it's like, no, get your home in order first. Then you can go and, you know, to the church and preaching and all the things. And so I think that's important because we say like our marriage is our ministry. And so we're called to our kids, right? This is what the Lord has entrusted us to steward well. And for us, that looks like sanctification and holiness and the purpose God has given us, which is marriages. For our babies, that's discipling them, right? Nobody else can take our place in that. So if we're out of order and we move out of position because we want to run right here in this lane, especially outside of timing, because I believe timing is everything. There will be a time where our babies are grown. You could travel. We could travel together and do all the things. But in this season, it looks different. So it's the pace that you talked about and being able to slow down and not neglect this because you're looking on to something that you think and deem more greater or more important or even more valuable than this because of maybe how it makes you feel. Like you would love to have the doctorate, right? Like you feel like I'm not in. But here, like you're our hero, you're our world, you're everything to us. And so it's weighing what is more important in the moment. And I think it's also vital to, because you was like, if you get the green light. And I think the way that you can prioritize is bringing your spouse into the decisions that you make. Like, don't make a decision where it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and you're doing it and not considering your spouse. I think bringing them into that decision is equally as important. And then something else I thought about is you can say that someone is a priority. I see this all the time in the bios on Instagram, and I love God, and you hear it in the Grammys and the speeches of first, you know, I want to thank God, and, you know, I want to give honor to God. It's the thing, right? But it's not enough to say that, yeah, I love you. You my soulmate. You know, you my best friend. I put you first. I'll die for you. No, I need you to live for me, but I'll die for you. I'll do whatever it takes. If there's no action behind it, we can't say that we love God as the most important and prioritized person in our lives. We can't say that I love God, but we don't spend time with him. We don't talk to him. We don't pray to him. We don't read our words. So we can't say I love you and I'm here for you, but I'm more focused on providing for you, but I'm not meeting any of your needs financially or emotionally, or I'm not willing to say no to this opportunity so that I can go on a date with you to make you feel like you are the most important. Or if I can't take time in my day to call you, like it's not enough to just say it. You have to actually put action behind that. If I'm priority, then I should feel it in your words and in your actions.
Yeah.
Gonna love you and always. No doubt you're my blessing. Ain't no second guessing. No one can separate. We find a good thing. Even after the altar, it's marriage in motion.